Make room for Javi.
Well, it's the new year, and I finally got enough time to complete editing my update videos. For those of you not following my story, let's bring you up to date. 2 years ago, I decided to dedicate more time to my woodworking hobby. Unfortunately, I had more tools than I did room. Made a major organizational attempt, organized the workshop, the office, and the shed. I sold, threw out, or sorted the equivalent of a 4-car garage full of stuff. Created a bit more room in the attic for long-term storage, and stacked everything back up nice and neat. Only problem was, in liquidating my 2 warehouses, I was back at square one, with no room for my shop. And did I even mention the 2 trailers full of stuff I've yet to get to? Well, after having a chat with my wife, we decided an eventual move made perfect sense. Traffic and increasing rudeness of the big city was getting on our nerves, and the kids would be up in college in about 2 to 3 years, and we could move near them. Buying 5 acres and building our home near the family for half the cost of my present home in a city with all the amenities, far less traffic, and far nicer people made perfect sense. In August, we bought a piece of overgrown brush and trees on a lake. My intention is to start a DIY home build in 2.5 years for a potential move-in date of May 2022. I cleared a little path in September, and now we're up to October 2018. The series with the catchy title,
Make room for Javi,
will document the entire process over the next 4 years, from clearing the land, throughout the entire build, and the shop setup. Welcome to the October 2018 update. This entire place this morning looked like this. I usually swing by a few days each month and do a little landscape work on the property. There are my wonderful workers / cousins. My 2 favorite cousins live nearby and both happen to own rotary cutters. They offered to come in for a day and help me bush hog my property. Here's a couple definitions for those who are unaware. A rotary cutter is basically a lawnmower with a very thick rotating steel blade that can handle, in this case, the cutting of brush and saplings up to 4 inches thick. Bush hogging is the act of clearing the land of small trees, brush, and any other small vegetation. The cousin in the green John Deere tractor is Israel. The cousin in the orange Kubota tractor is Alex. Now, Israel's own tractor was temporarily out of commission, so he borrowed this one from a friend. That tractor got a major workout today, and Alex followed up with the Kubota for the smaller stuff. Now, when I say smaller stuff, make no mistake. The smaller stuff will destroy an average mower within minutes, if not sooner. I followed along most of the day, picking up the larger pieces of logs and any other debris that would damage the tractor or get stuck in the blades. We were quite lucky. Aside from a piece of broken hose someone threw out, the property was pretty clear of man-made debris. Between climbing in and out of that golf cart, picking up and dragging large chunks of logs all day, I was as bushed as the property was. I slept very well that night.
I'm sure Al will agree with this. Everybody needs a cousin who will take a machine well past its extremes so you don't have to with your own machine.
Right. That's why he's not driving mine.
That's why he's not driving yours.
We only had one minor incident. While clearing one of the corners of the property, Israel snagged a piece of my neighbor's fence, and well, I had some fence mending that weekend. So the next day, I got on my neighbor's fence while my cousins tackled the front gate. I bought some no trespassing signs, and my weekend was done. Not bad for a couple of days' work. I'm really looking forward to next month's visit. So before we go, let me take you on a little tour of the property. On the east side is our gate and our front entrance. And now we're going to head over and, what a beautiful gate. I'm going to walk over to the northern side and walk along the northern wall And I say wall because there's basically 4 fences. Over to the right, there's an entire yard. This is actually the second neighbor we're walking down with the vinyl fence. There's an entire yard behind us. And we'll just zoom through here, through 2 more yards, and get near the last corner of the property, the western end, the northwestern end. To my right is about 75 feet of bamboo before we hit the lake. And so I'm not going to trudge through all that bamboo. I'll just walk through this area I call the beach. And now we're going to head right back up east, all the way up through the center line. As you see, most of the property has been cleared of brush. We're approaching our center point. Right here is equidistant from both sides, or all 4 sides rather. Take a quick little spin around. That's the back, that's the south, and back up to the front. So we'll continue walking all the way up to the front section. We're about 300 feet from the front of the property, 200 feet, and we'll make a right at 100 feet to head off to the south side. And now we'll go down the southern side before the sun sets, and we're really not going to walk all the way through. I'm just going to leave it here because it's time to go home. Next month, our goal is to mark all 185 post locations for our fence and hopefully have enough time to sink 25 of them. Featuring my DIY automatic post hole digger, look for episode 19 of
Make room for Javi.